Josh Gillen with Seeley International. Be installing the CTA250. The Convair CTA series comes in two different sizes, the CTA250 and the CTA500. Both units have a 2-speed motor. We're going to start with removing everything on the outside and inside of the unit, removing the motor as well. 5/16, 2 screws on either side. Those are on. Make sure that we are level. So at this point is where you're getting the leg pieces off at the right locations, marking them, cut them, then you insert your screws, and for your transition piece you'd also be securing to your curb using the screws provided. I'm not going to be using the legs, they're not needed. Making sure the unit is still level, we're going to secure the transition to the curb using these V-marks. The larger ones are if you're using the roof jack, you have a smaller curb. The roof jack's going to have a little bit of a gap in between roof jack and your transition piece, which you need the longer screws for. The shorter ones are for directly for the roof curb. The way this works is the water that comes off the pads drips into this piece here. The worst water, you're coming out the drain the fastest. You want to do that by closing all the holes, which forces more water to go down the drain, which then more water through the float will come in for fresh water into the tank. Here in Colorado, we have good water. I'm going to leave all of these out, maybe just one in for the middle, so we have a slower flush rate. Right here has an O-ring on top. They want that just hand tight. Your water test that. You can tighten it. You hook your drain line onto here or into the sewer line. For a float, your other piece floats on top. Your extension connects underneath. I'm going to be using the 1/4 inch copper tubing, so I'll be using this piece. It has a rubber grommet piece to fit inside. That'll connect to the bottom of my extension piece I already just put on. While replacing the motor, you want to make sure the wires are facing towards the electrical box with the 2 tabs connecting at the bottom of the fan assembly. We're just making sure this tab here sits right in between these other 2 pieces so the screw can secure the fan back in place. Do that for both sides. Okay, from here we're just hooking the motor wires back up, run them back in the same way that you took them out. And if you do get confused, how those are connected, on the back of the nameplate has your wiring diagram.